Chester, it's great to see you again, my friend. And we are now halfway through your stakeholder-centered coaching engagement, and you just got the results of your first mini survey. So curious to get your thoughts on this.
Yeah, no, Andy, it was great. I really appreciated the feed forward. It really brought to fore how important the things we're working on are, being more collaborative, being more communicative. And I think we really learned a lot. You assume a lot of things. You think you're doing certain things really well. You don't really know until you ask people and you get that honest, unvarnished feedback. So it was really interesting.
So Chester, what I would love to do next is to give folks that are watching just a brief overview of how our mini survey works. And I would love to do a share screen.
Yeah, I think that'd be wonderful. Why don't you pull it up? Let's take a look, and I can explain some of the things I learned and how it was helpful.
Okay, so here is page one, Chester, and I'll just let you take it from here.
Okay, well, this is a great little summary of how I'm doing so far. So, as you take a look at communication, I thought I was doing a little better than the team, but we were pretty close. I was focusing on being more careful with my emails and texts as far as spelling. That autocorrect can be really confusing. And again, I thought I was doing a little better in collaboration than the team. The nice thing about that is that we're pretty close. There was no huge gap. So I didn't feel like there was a huge disconnect, which I thought was really helpful. The other thing I think that's great about the mini survey is the anonymity. You really don't know who's saying what. And I think that's really key. It prevents you from really focusing in on that one person and being too defensive.
Terrific. And what I'd like to do next, let's take a look at the bottom for the comments. These are anonymous comments from your stakeholder regarding how you're doing. I've highlighted a few and would love to get your thoughts on this as well.
Yeah, no, one of the suggestions was that because I'm on the East Coast and the rest of the team is really far west, is to just a weekly summary. Where have you been? What have you been doing? Who did you talk to? Where are opportunities for the business to grow? And that weekly report has been ridiculously helpful. By the way, not just for the team, it's been wonderful for me as well to go back through my week and say, okay, there's opportunities here, here, and here. It's very easy when you have the position I do, where you're traveling a lot, to lose track of people. In the moment, it's great. If you don't write it down, if you don't document it, it's easy to forget. So that's been a wonderful tool. And as we've started to move forward, we're actually using more detail. I remember one week, actually, instead of a written report, I did a video report, which was a lot of fun. And it was a lot easier for me to just vocalize it and go through my week. That weekly report has been very helpful and suggested by the team, something I probably would not have done on my own. I don't think we look for more things to do to add to our load. And yet, when you get that from your team and you see the value, it's easy to do and helpful on both sides.
Chester, thank you. And as your executive coach, we're half through our engagement, and you're beginning to make important progress to make you a much more effective leader, taking your performance up higher. And our measurement tool proves it in a measurable fashion. That's it for now, and I'll talk to you soon.